veganism in general is filled with self-righteous assholes. When I say that on more, the online vegan community is filled with self-righteous assholes. Any vegan I've met in real life has actually been pretty cool. And the reason why I say that is because nobody's vegan enough. Nobody's a true vegan. What's that? You use a plastic bag? That's not vegan. And it goes on and so forth. There was an article in Plant-Based News about should veganism sacrifice some of its core values for more followers. And on the face of it, you're like, no, why would it sacrifice? What? So eating steak's now vegan? Like, no. Let's not be silly here. The core value is to, not partake in any animal harm through your purchasing powers and stuff like that. But the problem is, veganism, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, affects everything. Everything you buy. Even from my house, the paints that's used in my house. Seemingly, I've just found out, there's animal parts in the paint to help bind the paint together. We knew that. And the painter, we came to this house to paint the house. His paintbrushes were made with animal hair. I shouldn't even let him in the door. So for me, I promote myself as pro-vegan. The idea of like, look, veganism is great. I'm never going to be the vegan that everyone, that the high and mighty vegans want to be. Look, you don't eat meat, you don't drink dairy, you don't consume dairy, cheese and yogurts and all that crap, and fish, poultry, all that kind of stuff. My level of veganism stops when it gets to like bugs. And wool as well. And I'm sure some of you are like, the wool industry is terrible. There's a level of normality that I like to keep in my life. Granted, I don't think I've got anything that's really made out of wool. But yeah, once it gets down to bugs, bees, insects, there's an article where I fell out with a whole bunch of vegan runners because they said apples aren't vegan. You're like, shoot me now. Why the hell are apples not vegan? Seemingly because some apples have a shiny coat on them. And for some reason, some companies put shellac onto apples, sometimes oranges as well, to keep it fresher for longer and have it as a nice shiny apple. And that shellac is made from crushed bugs somewhere. When it gets to the point where other uppity vegans are saying you can't have apples because they're not vegan, or recently there was a thing on some news channel where like, avocados aren't vegan because the bees that are used to pollinate the avocado trees are farmed bees. You're like, actually, go screw yourself. So my advice is veganism, you don't need to sacrifice any of your core values, but you may need to like hold off pushing those values to every aspect of every part of everyone's life. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, no birds, no fish. Cool, you are vegan. If you maybe have a dark chocolate, like even dark chocolate, that's what everyone said. Oh, dark chocolate, that's vegan. Seemingly not. Some of the dark chocolate that you buy, again, pollinated by farmed bees. And the what was the palm oils? You're like, it's an oil from a plant, from a seed. Why is that not vegan? Because in the farming of it, it kills orangutans somewhere. You're like, so even fully plant-based alternatives to certain foods are not vegan because of some ways that they're created. I made a little list on the Plant-Based News article here saying so meat, dairy, eggs, poultry, fish, then, so if you get rid of that, that's up to you are vegan. But then it gets a little bit more in depth. You've got honey, which is from bees, wool from sheep, leather from animals, pets. Again, that's another one. Some vegans are like, you've got a pet? You've enslaved that animal. You are a disgusting human being. You're like, Hold on there. Hold on there. Next, so and leather. So most cars, if you buy a car that's got a leather seat in it, you sick individual, you're not vegan. Silk. Yeah. Again, most people are like, silk. Most people don't even know what silk's from. Silk's from like a silkworm. Which, again, if you see the process of them getting the silk, it's like they boil the silkworms alive or something like that. Rodeos, that's not one that usually happens in my country. But zoos, you're a vegan that went to a zoo? All those trapped animals? Horse racing, pet shows. A lot of soap and detergents have animal products inside them as well. Some sweets, what was it, gummy bears? Is it gummy bears or some of that fruit pastels? No, you can't eat sweets because somewhere in there's a bit of cow or pig or something in there. Some beer and wine. Right, now you're getting ridiculous. Some beer and wine, unless it specifically says vegan, I think some of the wine uses like fish bladders and some other things. Then I'm just putting my makeup on. Was that animal tested makeup? Was that not made by, was it The Body Shop? Well then, I'm not touching it. Too much plastic covered food. Again, so that's another thing. Some vegans will go, I can't believe you're buying all this food that's covered in plastic. By buying that food, which is covered in plastic, that plastic is detrimental to the environment. It'll go into the sea and it will kill fish. So you buying some kiwis in a shop is killing fish. So you're like, can't buy those kiwis. Gotta have to not buy them because that's killing the fish. That's not vegan. Apples, another fruit covered in a shiny coat made from shellac. Plant oils, which have resulted in orangutans being killed. Already said that. Paint made with animal-derived binders. Paint brushes. Vitamins. That's another one. Us vegans don't get enough vitamins, so we need to get some. Let's go to the shop. Here's a multivitamin. Cool, have that. Oh, wait a minute. Vitamin D, derived from sheep somehow. Vitamin B12, again, not totally from a vegan, unless you're specifically hunting out the vegan alternatives. If you were just to be a normal person and buy some vitamins, no, you're now not. You can't have that vegan card. You are kicked out of the vegan club. Plywood, that was an interesting one. I found quite interesting. The glue that is used in plywood, which is used for walls and if you're building a skate ramp for your kid, then that's not vegan. What's that? You went to B&Q Home Base to buy some wood to build something. You're not vegan. It goes on. Some orange juices. Again, orange juices. I think that's some of the shellac, some of the bugs get destroyed in the orange juice somewhere. Crayons. My child is drawing a picture of a house, and he's using crayons. Not vegan. How dare he do that? Nail polish, fruit and vegetables. Yeah, then fruit and vegetables pollinated by commercial beekeeping has been considered to be non-vegan. Vegan meals. Now this is good. Vegan meals, which are from restaurants that make a profit from mostly non-vegan meals. So in other words, you went to Jamie Oliver's restaurant and you ordered the tomato pasta, which is 100% vegan. But did you know Jamie Oliver makes millions of pounds from killing cows? What's that? You want a vegan Big Mac burger? Don't you know McDonald's kills 1 billion animals every year? That's not vegan. You're like, oh my god, I went for the vegan option, and even that's not vegan. And so on and so forth. But here's another one that's just come up. Plant-based news again. Park run. You're into health and fitness. Going to go out for a run today. There's a little competition thing where people get timed by each other. Yeah, I'll go do that. Not vegan. Not a single vegan will be running in the park run now. Because for some reason, maybe it's got sponsorship or it's got a partnership with Happy Egg Co. And yeah, here's like, this is horrible news. I'll be running my own around the park at other times instead. Like, vegan core values. Don't eat animals. Don't eat animal byproducts. When it gets to the point where you can't go and run with other people in a park because that's not vegan, Yeah, I think veganism. I don't think it needs to get rid of its core values. Just some of its values don't need to be taken to the extreme degree where it absolutely ruins your normal everyday life.